Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Well, we had some very stormy conditions yesterday evening and last night, with some thunderstorms producing vivid lightning, hail up to 2 inches, especially around the Poconos. We even had a tornado warning show up around the Hudson River Valley. So very impressive thunderstorms. The good news, not expecting those type of thunderstorms today. The bad news is that this afternoon is going to be awfully wet with periods of rain, heavy at times as a cold front moves through the region. This morning, temperatures range from the lower to mid 60s around the Poconos and Catskills down to the upper 60s to mid 70s along the coast, with winds from the south-southwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, showers are already starting to push into eastern Pennsylvania. Temperatures are not going to be moving all that much around northeastern Pennsylvania, while we're going to be able to jump into the 80s along the coast ahead of that cold front. You can see on our wind map here, it tells the whole story. This air mass that's coming in is coming all the way from the Hudson Bay and dropping south through the Great Lakes and into our neck of the woods. And let me tell you something, by tomorrow morning, it's going to feel a lot cooler. You might even need a coat in late June, with temperatures in the mid-40s for higher elevations. Talking about the Poconos, Catskills, mid-50s right along the coast. So definitely a nice shift. You're not going to need the air conditioner, that's for sure. Open up the windows, get that fresh air in. Now, here's our latest radar. Here's our cold front here. Here's a prefrontal trough. Notice all your precipitation is behind this cold front. Now, if this cold front was moving through, let's say, in the afternoon hours, you'll start to see thunderstorms pop up all over the place. But because it's moving through in the morning, the atmosphere is a little bit more stable. So we're not seeing that type of development. But we are seeing, with all this tropical moisture in place, a lot of lifting of that moisture as the cold air builds in. And that's leading to what we call stratoform rain, which is basically a lot of steady, moderate to heavy rainfall lifting from southwest to northeast. And that's going to be lingering on through the afternoon, building into the region. Everyone will be seeing rain by noon, and then the rain will slowly exit from 4 to 8 p.m. from west to east as this cold front marches through. So where you have the rain already in place, temperatures aren't going to be moving all that much. Where you don't have the rain yet, that's where you're going to have temperatures jumping up to the mid 70s to lower 80s, and then temperatures fall off this evening quite significantly. Now, here is our infrared satellite picture. Here's the cold front, here's your low clouds behind the cold front. Then we have this sharp cutoff in the Ohio River Valley. This is going to reach us by this evening. So if you have plans to say, well, I don't know, go to a baseball game or something, you might see a bit of a delay in the game, but I think the Mets and Phillies will start off pretty much for the night, especially after 8 p.m., look for drying conditions. So I think they have a pretty good shot at playing in this evening. So let's dive into this forecast for today. Periods of rain, temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 60s over the higher elevations, upper 60s to mid 70s, let's say around the Hudson River Valley and Connecticut, and then mid 70s to lower 80s along the coast. Basically, a nice gradient as this cold front slowly makes its way through. By tonight, everything clears out. Temperatures plummet by tomorrow morning, looking at lows in the mid 40s to lower 50s over the interior, mid 50s along the coast. For tomorrow afternoon, look for clear skies, low humidity, high temperatures ranging from the upper 60s to mid 70s. It's going to feel more like May than, well, actually more like April than late June. On Thursday, we see a bit of a shift. This high pressure system builds in over the Gulf of Maine and Canadian Maritimes. We have this wave of low pressure along this stationary front off the coast. And combination of these two is going to produce an easterly wind on Thursday. That's going to lead to temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 50s over the interior, mid to upper 50s along the coast for lows, high temperatures in the mid 70s with a little bit more humidity in the atmosphere. On Friday, that pattern remains in place. This low pressure system lingers off the coast. No precipitation is expected, but you're going to have that east to northeasterly wind in place over the region. Supporting that marine air mass is going to be in place, supporting lows in the mid to upper 50s, highs in the lower to mid 70s along the immediate coast, mid to upper 70s everywhere else. Then the pattern starts to shift. and we see that shift on Saturday, with this high-pressure system really taking control over the western Atlantic, supporting more of a southeasterly to southerly wind pattern as we go on through the day on Saturday. Meanwhile, cold fronts are going to try to approach from the west, but they are going to run right into this roadblock and stall out. That's going to lead to the threat for isolated showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Not a washout, but just keep an eye to the sky. Temperatures are going to be much warmer. Look for low temperatures in the lower to mid-60s, high temperatures ranging from the mid-70s to the lower 80s. Then on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you're going to end up with a more tropical air mass. High pressure remains off the coast here. You get more of a southwesterly wind. Cold fronts keep on trying to approach, but they wash out and die out. So that means that in the morning you end up with fog. In the afternoon, mix of sun and clouds with a threat for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Again, not a washout or anything of that nature, but these thunderstorms will be capable of a brief heavy downpour and occasional lightning and perhaps some strong wind gusts, but many locations will just remain muggy. How muggy? Well, we're talking about low temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s throughout the region. Mid-70s possible in your urban areas where it likes to retain heat. High temperatures will range from the mid-70s to lower 80s on the immediate coast. Away from the coast, mid to upper 80s. But the humidity will make it feel more like the lower to mid-90s. So we end up with more of a tropical air mass returning once again, but at the same time, okay beach weather, which is what you want to do for late June anyway. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, and as always,